Hello guys, welcome back to the Play on Footy channel. Today we're going to be looking at the round 8, which is set to be set upon us very shortly on Thursday, with the first game being Adelaide and Port Adelaide. This game is obviously huge, the biggest one to start off the round, in my opinion. Adelaide really needing to prove that they are on some sort of right track under Nicks, as they've only won 2 games, with last week their win against North being, a relatively good one, but against, at best, a VFL side. So they really need to put their best foot forward. They have their newest recruit, Daniel Curtin, former WA state player, joining the ranks in this big game. Connor Rosie will be back in this game for Port Adelaide. The last time these two teams met, Adelaide won by 47 points. So I'm actually going to be backing Adelaide, even though Rosie's back for Port. Port don't have Sam Powell-Pepper or Alia due to concussion. Obviously, Sam Powell-Pepper did his ACL. So I'm going to be backing Adelaide Crows in this game. The next one is Carlton versus Magpies. Last time these two teams met, Carlton won by 17 points. This is a huge game for Magpies, as they drew last week against Essendon Bombers. I just feel that Carlton, with their midfield depth, as well as Harry Mackay, and even their backline, they are a team that is quite equally weighted, I'd say. Even though they lost to the Cats, I definitely think Carlton will bounce back and get the W against Magpies, who are... they're sort of soul-searching, as are last year's grand finalists, the Lions, this year. Therefore, I feel more confident to tip Carlton. The next game is Sydney versus GWS. The Sydney Swans last time they won actually by 11 points. However, this time I'm going to be tipping the GWS Giants. I think they are, by all reports, going to be bringing back Sam Taylor. Toby Green is coming back after his suspension as well. Brent Daniels, I believe, is coming back. I'm not sure about Darcy Jones at this stage, whether he's going to get another call-up after his 2-goal haul last week against the Lions, which was pretty phenomenal and good on him. But yeah, I just feel GWS are the stronger outfit in this Battle of the Bridges, as they call. The next game is the Saints versus North. There was a discussion that I listened to earlier today on a podcast on Listener Talking Football, and they were saying, whose list would you rather, Saints or North's? I think for a long-term perspective, you obviously would back North, but currently right now as it stands, Saints are doing obviously better than North, and I believe that if anyone, Saints could potentially nab LDU. It's going to be a great game. This one, Saints won last time by 8 points, so it's going to be a real big hit out. And if Rowan Marshall does get up, he did have a knock to his knee last week against Port Adelaide, but yeah, if he does get in, I think Saints will definitely win this one. But Cherry in the ruck is he's been doing quite well for North as of late, but I'm still going to be backing the Saints. Next game is the Cats versus Melbourne. Last time the Cats won by 15 points. That was at GMHBA. This time it's at the MCG. But I believe that the win that the Cats had against Carlton definitely puts them in the forefront for this one. Even though they might not have Dangerfield, they're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. The way that Chris Scott has just given them 15 years of success. They may not have won the grand final, but they've always been up there, and I think that's a credit to them. So I'm definitely going to be going the Cats, Geelong Cats, over Melbourne Demons. I just feel Melbourne Demons, the game last week against Richmond, it was a very scrappy game, and I don't really believe in Melbourne as of yet. I was on a podcast on the weekend with Hotkey Social. He asked me who was going to be in the grand final this year. I'm definitely backing the Giants, GWS Giants, and the Cats to be the grand finals for this year. So, definitely backing the Cats in this game against Melbourne. And the next game is the Eagles versus Bombers. Last time these two teams met was in Melbourne. Essendon won by 1 point at Marvel Stadium. A lot's changed since then, I should say. Eagles are looking like a pretty decent outfit, so to speak. A lot better than last year with the addition of Harley Reid. Harley Reid's coming back by all reports for this game after his week rested. So look out there. For that matter, I'm definitely going to be going the Eagles. Home ground advantage, big crowd, no doubt. And then Reid playing as well. I think I've got to back him. By all reports, Noah Long could be coming back. Obviously, Barras, after his week suspension as well, will definitely be back in the side. I suggest so. Definitely tipping the Eagles. The next game is Richmond versus Dockers. This is at the MCG. Last time these two teams met, Richmond won by 15 points. So I think this time around, because of Richmond's massive injury list, Hopper's not going to be playing in this one. He did a mild strain on his hamstring. Dockers are going to be looking to get the win this one, I definitely believe, and I'm backing the Dockers. I think if vintage Nat Fyfe, he normally does play well against Richmond, so if he can back up last week's effort, 37 disposals I think he got in a goal, sky's the limit for the Dockers, so I'm definitely going to be backing the Dockers in. Next game is the Bulldogs versus Hawks. Last time these two teams met, it was Hawks that won by 3 points at the UTAS Tasmanian Stadium last year, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be backing the Bulldogs, mainly due to the fact that the Hawks got smacked by Sydney, 72 points. That doesn't mean that they won't come back and give it a good hard crack and a bit of a fight, but I just think Bulldogs are the team to get the win. And yes, whether or not Jamara Ugle-Hagan comes back, I don't think they should be giving Rory Lobb another chance. I think he's burnt that. And I think Sam Darcy's a lot better than Rory Lobb, so I doubt he'll get a call up. Obviously Jack McRae, you'd think would get another game. You never know with Bevo, that's the thing, but I'm definitely going to be going Bulldogs. I think they need to win this game since they lost last week against Fremantle Dockers. The next game, the last game, another massive derby, as they say over East. Lions versus the Suns. This one's at the Gabba, not the People's First Stadium, but the last time they did meet, the Suns won by 45 points at their home ground, People's First Stadium, or Metricon as it was formerly known. I'm going to go the Suns, mate. Even though Lions and Chris Fagan are coming under fire recently, I definitely think that the Lions had the most to lose in this game. I just think that the Suns, they've got that youth, they've got that run. I think Jed Walder's going to be up and about. I definitely think their midfield, the Suns, is really up and firing. They decimated the Eagles last week in clearances and forward 50 entries. I just think that they are a real supreme outfit coming up against a Lions outfit that their forward lines are shambles. Their midfield is not really getting the numbers. Neil's down, Dunkley's having an alright impact, but not as good as he normally is. McCluggage is okay. I just think the Suns is a lot more tight-knit, and I think Dimmer's doing quite well considering it's his first season as the Suns coach. So with that being said, Suns will get the tip from me. I think that is everything for this round. Comment below who you're looking forward to seeing this week. What tips have you got? Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.